Ask a Guro. Guro in Filipino means teacher. And in this segment, we have our financial guru and certified financial planner, Mr. John Paul Ferrer, with us. How are you, John Paul?
Good, thank you, Mark.
So in this premiere episode for us, John Paul, we're going to talk about something that's very much associated with the American dream, buying a home. How do you know it's the right time?
First and foremost, you got to make sure that you have the down payment before you start thinking about buying a house. And typically anywhere from 20% to 30% down payment is necessary. So if you're buying a $100,000 home, you have to make sure you have at least $30,000 in the bank.
What would you recommend to our viewers in terms of the best ways to go about saving up and getting up to that $30,000 for a down payment?
Well, the rule of thumb is 10% of what you're making. So if you're bringing home, for example, $1,000 a week, 100 of that, put it away into a savings, not necessarily put it in the stock market, but put it away, let it grow, and as soon as you have that 30% target, that's when you know you need to be serious about having the option of buying a home.
Who should I look for to find out where I should be putting that money so that I know it's, as you said, growing?
Things that you want to spend for a certain big purchase, such as a home, you want it safe, you want it in a CD, or just a regular savings account.
Say I did successfully put together that down payment. What's the next steps?
Well, then you got to think about how much debt you have in your credit cards, if you have any, because then your credit score is going to be rated. And depending on your credit rating, a FICO score they call this, if you have over 700, you should not have any problem getting a loan. But if you have a lot of credit card debt, then it's going to be very difficult for you to get approved for a loan because you have to pay monthly payments in these credit cards. Where are you going to have the money to pay for your mortgage?
Should we be intimidated by the idea of getting a loan?
Well, if you don't know what loan and how it works, yes, absolutely be intimidated. But the way to get over that intimidation is educate yourself. You can go to a local bank and have them guide you. You can go online and get some literature to actually search how to apply for a loan. So if you educate yourself, then you have an educated decision that you can make.
So if I educate myself and start saving and I'm putting away 10% of my salary and I feel that I've got a good loan for myself, are those the proper steps that I need? Is that all I need to do to ensure that the home that I buy becomes an asset and not a liability?
If you were going to go get a loan for a house, the money that you're going to pay into that mortgage, what happens is if in 2 years from now an air conditioning unit goes bad, will you have enough money to replace that? So that's how you kind of switch it from being an asset to being a liability when you're living just to pay your mortgage. That's not the right way or necessarily a good way to start out in buying a house. Make sure you have enough cushion to be able to anticipate unforeseen expenses.
Well, there you have it, friends. To achieve the American dream of buying a home, according to our financial guru, Mr. John Paul Ferrer, educate yourself, make sure that you're able to pay the down payment, and understand the emotions and the situations that are involved in buying a home. And according to you, John Paul, that's what we have to do to make sure that our homes are assets and not liabilities. Thanks very much for being here.
Thank you.